My mom told my 11-year-old twins, Santa's not real, and even if he was, he'd skip your house, because I hadn't bought a luxury car for my favored brother. Both kids froze. I packed our bags that night. Didn't tell them I'd just accepted a job in Sweden. They found out 6 months later when they Googled my name. My twins Arlo and Ren still believed in Santa. I know 11 is old for that, but their dad died when they were 6, and Santa became the thing that kept the magic alive when everything else fell apart. They'd leave cookies out every year and write long letters, and I'd sit on the kitchen floor at midnight assembling whatever I could afford. It wasn't much, but it was ours. Every December, my mom hosted Christmas Eve dinner, and every December she found a new way to remind me I wasn't the favorite. My brother Kip was the golden child. 34, no job, living in mom's basement, but somehow the pride of the family because he once got accepted to a business school he never attended. Mom had been hinting for months that I should buy Kip a BMW. She'd send listings with messages like, Kip needs reliable transportation, and you make good money, this is what siblings do. I was raising 2 kids alone and had just finished paying off medical debt from their father's hospital bills. I told her no 6 times. She stopped asking, but she was just reloading. Christmas Eve, the whole family is there. My kids are buzzing because they'd mailed their Santa letters that morning. Ren wanted art supplies and Arlo wanted a telescope. We're at the table and mom is serving ham when she looks directly at my children and says, you two are old enough to hear the truth. Santa isn't real. He was never real. Your mother buys everything, and with how selfish she is, I'm surprised she buys you anything at all. The table went silent. Arlo's fork stopped midair. Ren's eyes filled with tears so fast it looked like someone turned on a faucet. Mom wasn't done. Even if Santa was real, he'd skip your house because your mother can't even help her own brother. She makes all this money and won't buy Kip a car but expects everyone to feel sorry for her. Ren started crying, the quiet kind that breaks you because the kid is trying to hold it together and can't. Arlo just stared at the table, not blinking. I looked at Kip. He was eating ham like nothing was happening. I looked at my mom who had this satisfied expression like she'd finally said what needed saying. We're leaving. Stop being dramatic. They needed to hear it. I grabbed both kids and walked out without coats or the gifts I'd brought. In the car, Arlo finally spoke. Is it true about Santa? Yeah, buddy, but everything you ever got came from someone who loves you more than anything. Ren hadn't stopped crying. Why does Grandma hate us? She doesn't hate you. She's just not a good person. That was the first honest thing I'd said about my mother in 11 years. After the kids fell asleep, I sat on my bedroom floor and opened my laptop. 3 weeks earlier, I'd received a job offer from a tech company in Stockholm. Senior position. Twice my salary. Full relocation including housing and school enrollment. I'd been sitting on it because leaving meant leaving everything. I accepted the offer at 11:47 p.m. on Christmas Eve. I told the kids we were moving in January. They asked where. I said somewhere new. They didn't push because I think they were relieved to go anywhere that wasn't here. We left in February. Mom didn't know until we were on the plane. She called 14 times during the flight. I let everyone go to voicemail. 6 months later, Arlo came running into the kitchen holding Ren's tablet. Mom, we Googled your name for a school project. The Stockholm company had profiled me in a tech publication. The headline read, From Single Mom to Lead Engineer, How She Built Sweden's Fastest Growing Security Platform. There was a photo of me at the office with the city behind me. The article mentioned my salary, which was now triple what I'd made back home. It mentioned the kids' school ranked top 10 in the country. It mentioned I'd relocated after a family breaking point. Ren looked at me. Mom, you're famous here. I'm not famous. I just have a good job. Grandma doesn't know, does she? No. Arlo grinned. Good. A cousin shared the article in the family group chat. Mom called that night for the first time in 6 months. You moved to Sweden and didn't tell me? You're making all that money and your brother still doesn't have a car? I looked out the window at snow falling over Stockholm. Merry Christmas, Mom. It was June. I hung up.